What's up everybody, and today let's take a closer look at the 2023 Stradic from Shimano. Now Shimano New Zealand have been kind enough to grant us early access to this product for its release later in the year. The Stradic was a reel that was released in 1991 by Shimano, and it really since then has commanded a space within that mid-price point spin range here in New Zealand. In 2015 they completely redesigned the reel. In 2016 they introduced what is now known as the CI4 body, which really revolutionised the body material that was used within that price point across the market. Today we're going to take a very close look at the 2023 model so you can get your hands on one later this year. Right, so here's the fun part. Let's open this bad boy up and see exactly what you get in your Stradic C3000 HG. As we open her up, we have our Shimano 10-year warranty as expected, our schematic sheet. And what I really love about this construction, how they've put this box together, is how they have pulled the handle into its own holding space. It's a neat little feature. And we have the handle there, and a really well presented Stradic in the box here. So that's a lovely design by Shimano. Right, so we've got everything that we need here, and I'm going to put this together. The handle itself, I'm going to set it up for right hand drive, if you want to call it that. And the first thing that comes to mind here is just how light this reel is and how easy it is to wind. It's a really nice chrome color. There's certainly some differentiating factors to the body that I can see here, and definitely to the spool itself as well. The spool riding of the 3000 is just that little bit smaller than the previous model, and certainly again that reel is nice and easy to wind. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to lay the old model and the new model side by side. And there's just a clear couple of differentiating factors between these two reels. Definitely the shape of the body. It's a slightly more aggressive, more robust shape than the new model. You can definitely see that they're going for a more bullish behavior. There is a slight size difference in the reels itself as well, with the new reel just appearing, maybe just by my eyes only, a little bit smaller as well. Now when I pick these two reels up, there's not a hell of a lot of difference in physical weight that I can feel, maybe just a little bit lighter to the new Stradic. Let's check the drag sounds of these two reels and see if there's any major difference. Obviously the Stradic has normally got quite a silent drag. Yeah, it definitely does. Yeah, it's a slightly more tinny drag in the old one, and it's a slightly more premium drag. That will be the new Dura Drag washer, making that slight sound difference. Something that's probably very, very similar to the drag sound that you would find in a Stella FK. A slight difference in the cosmetic of the spool itself. It's got a nice angle. It's got a nice angle cut there to the rotor, whereas the old version has a more vertical slice there. So let's pick both of these reels up and have a little bit of a wind with them. So the old Stradic still feels very nice, but the new Stradic, yeah, definitely. That is that new infinity drive system which has made its way down from the Stella, really making this reel something very, very pleasurable to wind. And that new Dura Drag, of course. Right, let's talk some tech. Now let's start with what sizes these are available in. 4 key sizes: a 2500, a 3000, a 4000 and a 5000. Now the 2500 and the 3000 are going to pack a pretty impressive 9 kilos of drag, and the 4000 and the 5000 step up a little bit and get to 11 kilos of drag. Let's talk about some gear ratios. Now the 2500 and the 3000 are fitted with a high gear ratio, providing 86 centimeters of cranking power per turn, while the 4000 and the 5000 models are fitted with an extra high gear, pulling 101 centimeters per crank. So perfect for light stick baits, crank baits, and even an aggressive soft baiting set for the shallows around those aggressive areas while hunting extra oversized snapper. Now, in typical Shimano fashion, they use the Stella as the introductory ground for brand new technology, and then they feed it down through the range over the years. Now, let me talk to you about a couple of technologies that I'm really interested in that have made their way from the Stella FK into the Stradic for 2023. The first of these is the DuraCross drag system. Now, it's one of my favorite features of the Stella FK. It is essentially a revolutionary drag washer that is woven together in a unique design. What it results in is a perfectly smooth drag system with 10 times more durability than the old drag washer that you used to see in the old Stradic. Now, the second of these is the Infinity Drive system. It is basically the main shaft that supports the main pinion. Now, why is this so important to a reel such as the Stradic? Well, essentially, that is the key component of the reel that creates the smoothness of the wind. Now, if you've ever picked up a Stella FK, it is the most incredibly smooth piece of kit. It is incredibly exciting to have that technology bleed down into the range, into a price point of gear. So Infinity Drive and the DuraCross system, unbelievable pieces of technology entering its way into these reels here. So with both of these reels side by side, what is our 2 cents on the old Stradic versus the new Stradic? Well, if we're talking purely from a cosmetic perspective, not a hell of a lot to write home about here. Still the beautiful chrome cosmetic that the Stradic is known for. When it comes to the externals of the reel, you may be excused for not being able to tell the difference between the two. When it comes to the feel of these two reels, this is where the reels come into their own. The old Stradic, still a really nice feel, a nice oscillation, really simple. But when it comes to the new Stradic, you can really start to feel and understand the drip down effect of technology from the Stella FK into the new Stradic. The Infinity gear system that the new Stradic starts to boast when it comes to 2023 is really something to behold, and it makes a huge difference in terms of the feel of this reel. The DuraDrag system and everything that encompasses, this reel is certainly starting to give me plenty of reasons to upgrade my old Stradic. When it comes to what is available in the New Zealand market at this price point, these have to be a serious consideration to any consumer sitting in that $300 to $350 mark. The new Stradic 2023, it's not a bad piece of kit, is it? Right, when can you get your hands on one of these bad boys? Well, they are a staggered release, with the 2500 and the 3000 being released in August, and the 4000 and the 5000 models being released in September. To be fair, it's perfect timing. Spring fishing about to kick off, and if you are in the market for a mid-range spin reel, these are certainly to be considered. We will have the full range, both online and in-store here at Land & Sea. Check them out soon.